From a single farm in Trans Nzoia County, a new story of agribusiness success is unfolding, selling pure honey at 1,000 shillings per kilo.
1 kg of honey, I sell it at 1,000. 10 kg, that's 10,000.
And Azolla seedlings are 200 shillings per kilo.
We charge at a kg. A kg I can give you at around 200.
His pigs are fed with black soldier flies he rears himself, reducing costs, increasing profits, and proving that modern farming doesn't need big budget, just big dreams. After missing out on formal employment, Daphy Wanjala built his own success story from the soil, blending technology, sustainability, and passion.
Went to university, graduated, looked for employment, but didn't work out.
This is the story of determination and innovation and the power of agri-entrepreneurship in Trans Nzoia. In Luhome village, deep in the heart of Trans Nzoia County, a young man chose to plan his own path of success. After years of searching for a job with no luck, he decided if employment wouldn't come to him, he would create his own. And that's how Daphy Wanjala's farm was born, an idea that turned into a thriving agribusiness.
My name is Daphy Wanjala. I'm 30 years old.
Daphy's farm is unlike any ordinary farm. He raises black soldier flies not to sell, but to feed his pigs. These little insects are packed with protein and they help him save thousands of shillings he would have spent on commercial feeds.
Welcome to my black soldier fly house. This is where I rear the black soldier. I do black soldier fly farming in here. Black soldier fly is just a way of producing feeds for chicken or pigs using animal waste or market waste. Welcome. Yeah, this is where I do waste black soldier fly. Black soldier fly is just a way of producing, as I've told you, is a way of producing feeds using waste. At the moment, the waste is not enough, but I use my pig waste. Pig waste can be used to produce feeds. At the moment here, I have the fly cages. This is where you host the flies. They mate, lay eggs. You take eggs from here and then you start the process of hatching. When the flies here lay eggs, you take from the cage. They lay in tiny spaces. These tiny spaces this thing is called eggs. This is where you collect your eggs. As you can see, they are very tiny. They have laid eggs. After 3 days, they lay eggs, and then you collect your eggs and you put it in a substrate. This substrate can be either maize germ. You ferment maize germ for a day or so. This is the substrate. So you place here the eggs doesn't need to be in contact with the maize germ because it's so wet. The wetness might affect the hatching of the eggs. So you place your either a net or something just to be on top of it, and you place. After 3 days they hatch. They hatch to small larvae. At the moment they are hatching. I don't have them at the moment, but they hatch after 3 days. After hatching, you collect now this and you put to the feeds. Maybe it is market waste of tomato, avocado, any food waste or pig waste if you have them. You put on it. After 2 weeks, you get the larva. The larva is the one that you use to feed the animals. At the moment, let me see if I have the larva to show you. At the moment, they have turned into pupa. So when they turn into pupa, they make the flies. So it's a continuous process. It's just egg, larva, pupa, fly. Egg, larva, pupa, fly. That's the process. So after you get the larva, at the 2 weeks, you collect a minimum to continue your colony. You could take a little bit and then the other one you feed your your animals or your pigs. That's the reason why we do this is because the larvae are good in protein. They have around 40% protein. That's why you reduce costs by using the larvae instead of taking soya. It's very expensive. Fish meal is very expensive, and ochonga is very expensive. This is just a natural way of producing protein in a simple manner. I start to show you the stages of the black soldier fly. First, I've shown you the eggs. So you take the eggs after the flies have mated and laid eggs. After taking the eggs, you hatch them. After hatching, they come after 3 days, they are very tiny. You can't see them with the naked eyes. So you take the tiny ones and you feed them to the waste. After 1 week or so, they will have crushed the waste to just dust, and you'll get something, the larva, the one that you feed your animal or chickens, the larva. After a week or so, it depends on the type of food you are giving them. After a week, you separate by sieving. You sieve by putting in a coffee mesh. When you put in a coffee mesh, they go down themselves, and then you sieve. You take some that you give to the animals, and others you leave them to continue with your colony. So when they turn to be black like this is pre-pupa. Pre-pupa, you are on the stage of going to make the flies again. So when they turn black, they stop feeding. After they stop feeding, you put them in the cages. You put them in the cage after around a week or so. If the conditions are right, the temperature must be around 27. Humidity must be around 60, not more, 60, 70, that's the right temperature. And they'll form into fly. But the right stage to feed your animals, the larva, after 2 weeks. That's the stage that you give your animals, either chickens, fish, pigs. It has a nutrition protein. This is the reason why you keep them, is because to supplement the expensive protein that we get in the market. This is easy to get because you're just using the waste that you get from the market, or your waste that you get from your pigs. So you keep recycling. So from the pigs, you get the waste and you use them to make the feeds. So the condition that you need to have for you to do this farming, you must have space. As you can see here, you have to get a place where there is light, because we are just mimicking, these flies are from the wild. We are just mimicking the outside environment. So we have to create a place where there is light, so that when there is light, they feel that they are outside. So the condition gives them to fly, and then that's the process where they fly, they keep mating. So the reason why we keep them in white net, because light can pass through this net. So those are the conditions. And then you have to have the trays where you keep the waste. So these are simple trays, you can make them. I've used the jerry cans, cut them in 2 halves, and I use these ones. At the moment, the waste have been scarce, but if you come in my farm in a week's time, you'll get the larvae here. So you can get them. I can process for you. If you already have the waste, I can give you the larvae.
Daphy's piggery is the heart of his farm, but what makes it special isn't just the pigs, it's what he gets from them.
Guys, welcome to my pig area. This is my pigsty. Welcome. So first, this is you have to go through safety measures. You step here because I've put a solution where you disinfect yourself for entering. So at the moment, I started pig farming around late 2022. Just learning. I went through so many farms, learning, and 2022 I bought 2 sows. After buying 2 sows, it was very expensive though. made this structure because I had no plan. I just gone through YouTube, learned. I say if I say I want to put a good structure, I'll not start. So I made this structure with just simple material and put 2 sows here. They gave birth. One gave birth to 15 piglets, the other one around 10, and we started from there. So after giving birth, that's 2023. I reared the piglets, but I sold around 15, and the other one I remained with them as my breeding stock. That's how I started. At the moment, the sows are here. In this cube, we have in this cubicle we have three sows. One here we already served, but the 2 of them, they are the one that gave birth, weaned, but because my bow was huge, it could not serve the other, so I sold the bow, and I'm going to buy the other one so that I can serve the others. Here I have also 3 sows, 2 sows and 1 gilt, because this one, it has not is the one that I reared after selling the other piglets. So it's already 9 months old, and I'm going to serve it this month to see how it's going to take me. But these ones, I win the piglets. They are here. Those are the ones that I have. On the other cubicles here, I have the winners. Here I have 6 of them, 6 females winners. They are 3 months now. They just turned 3 months. I separated them according to size and weight. So here are the one that had around 20 kgs. The time at 2 months they were 20 kgs. I guess now they have increased here. So there are 6 in number, and they are females only. And here I have 10 of them are here. They are males only. The reason why I have put males only is because male tend to gain weight faster than the females, and I saw them, their sizes are big, so they'll consume more of the feed than the others, so I tend to separate them differently. So I have 10 of them here. They're only 3 months too. And these cubicles too have also 9 here. They are females. Here the one that were a bit bigger in size and weight. So here there are 10. Also 3 months. They are just from those 3 sows that gave birth. And here we have also 6 males. These are the ones that when they on 28th they will be turning 3 months. At the moment they are 2 months old. I can tell you the father of these piglets is a Duroc, as you can see. After graduating many years ago, around 2017, I looked for employment. I did some employment, but I just got tired with the 9 to 5, and I said that it's time I go back home and employ myself, and that's the reason why I pushed myself to start. But mainly pig farming. I had scouted so many type of ventures to go to, but I chose pig farming because it's something that I saw in a farm and motivated me, because I that mind that pigs are very dirty. They're they are just fed on garbages, but after learning and doing research, I found that pig farming is very easy. Profit wise, I can say in any venture, you enter it because you want to get a little profit out of it. In pig farming there's a profit, but it insists on how you feed them and how you keep the pigs. You can't say you want profit and you keep your pigs more than 7 months or 6. These pigs are intended to be here for around 6 months for you to get profit. So if you are rearing pigs drink a lot of water. So you must give them clean water. And in my area here I've installed the nipples. So I don't have to come here with jerry cans or anything. So the pigs themselves know. Once you have win them, pigs are very intelligent. They just come themselves here and press here, and water comes out. This is where they drink their water. So I have my borehole and the tank, just pump. They get their water here, very clean, with ease. So this is the reason why I have the nipples all around the rooms. Welcome again. Here is my azolla ponds. Azolla is just also plants that grow on water, but they are used as animal feeds. Can be used for pigs. Mostly I do them for pigs, and if you have chickens also, you can use them. You just take yourself a dump liner, dig a small size pond. On the dump liner you put water. You get the seeds. The seeds are just like them azolla you packed. I bought them somewhere in Kakamega. And then you take your manure, animal manure, put them in sacks and dip them in water. After a week, if they have been planted, you'll see them growing over the water. And when you take them, they grow. When you harvest, you just harvest them with a sieve. When you harvest them, after 3 days, they grow again. So they are just used. They have around 30% protein nutrients. So that's the reason why we use it. So it is easy, cheaper way of producing protein. So at the moment, because there's been raining, and when you put manure on it, it will dilute. So I stopped a bit. So when the sun is here, you see they are scorched because of the sun here. So I put something like a net so that there's no direct sunlight. But if you have a place where, like in a banana farm, you can put your azolla because there is no direct sunlight. So that's the way you plant azolla. So I'll encourage everyone to do this because this is cheaper. You use this, you feed your animals, you have saved a lot from either soya or sunflower, because this is after every 3 days they germinate again. So you keep, when you finish when you have harvested from this pond, you go to the other one. Before you come here, it's already filled up. So that's the reason why I made these ponds. So here I have the first pond. This is the second one, and I have the third one, and the other one I've put them inside the banana farm. So because of the shade, and also here I incorporated the what is it called? There's 2 types of duckweed. It's called duckweed. The other type of azolla.
Not far from the pigs, several beehives hum with life. Daphy's bees produce pure golden honey. that he sells at 1,000 shillings a kilo. Each harvest is a reward for patience and care, proof that nature gives back when you protect it.
Welcome to my apiary. This is where I rear my bees. So here I have, I want to show you the types of hives I'm having. This is a Lancelot hive, Kenyan top bar. This is also a Lancelot hive, but there's a difference. Here is a Lancelot hive with the frames here. This one is I've just used this is a brood. A brood is a mean where the queen lives. So when the bees come, they come here. After they have entered here, we put here an excluder. An excluder is just a net where you prevent the queen from coming from the brood to the super. So there is a super that comes above the excluder. The super is the one that you harvest your honey. So this is a Lancelot. That is the composition of a Lancelot. It has the brood, the excluder, the super, and this is the lid. Another, when you come here, this is a Kenya top bar. This is the one that I found my grandmother using it. So this is the one that is here. They're just around 3 because we keep the Lancelot because it's easy to harvest, and when you harvest you don't destroy the combs. So but this one, when you harvest, you have to chop off the combs, you put in a presser. So when the bees again want to make honey, they have to make again the combs. But in the Lancelot, you just use the centrifuge to collect the honey. The combs will remain the same, and you return the comb to the hive, and they'll start to make honey instead of making the combs again. So that's the reason why we prefer the Lancelot. And this one is a deep Lancelot. The difference between this one and this one is just the super. The super of this one is the same size of the brood. So this one collects around 20 kgs of honey, and this one collects around 15 kgs of honey. So that's the difference between this one and the other. But it's called the deep Lancelot hive, and this one just a Lancelot hive. Those are the types of hive I'm having at my apiary. So I started big farming last year, time like this. So I had gone somewhere to learn. I got the information. We had a simple one here, that the old one that my grandmother was using, but I told him we can improve and do the modern way of doing beekeeping, because I researched and found out that honey, there's demand of honey, and in bee farming, it's not only honey that you harvest. There is pollen, there is venom, there is wax, there is propolis. So it range a lot of products. So when you miss honey, like this season, there have been rain. When there's raining, the bees don't come out, and they come out a lot to collect pollen. So you change, you go to collect either pollen or propolis. That's the time now you change. But honey is the first thing I thought of doing when I started bee farming. Most people think that bee farming is a retirement plan. It's not a retirement plan. It's something you can get money out of it, because when you harvest this one, you get 10 kgs. 1 kg of honey, I sell it at 1,000. So 1,000 from this hive, 10 kg, that's 10,000. and at the moment I have around 40. I started with around 15 hives. I upped a bit and now I have 40 hives. I've put the hives here because it's a swarming season, and the swarming season, bees migrate all over the place. So here is just like a catchment area. As you can see, they just entered yesterday. This is a swarm that I caught yesterday. Here I have another hive, but they are just a lot. After the swarm are in, after around 3 weeks, I take them to the apiary. So this is just like a trapping area because the height, they are high above the roof. They are not on a shaded area. So when bees are migrating either from this side or the other side, they can see my hive, and I get the colonies.
Across the field, rows of tomatoes shine under the sun. This is Daphy's next big project, and he's expecting a bumper harvest.
Welcome to my tomato farm. This is where I'm trying the field of farming in tomato farming for the first time. So I saw my grandmother doing tomatoes, and I said this year that I'll try. So I've just take a little portion here around up to that place, around 1,000 stems. So I planted them. Now it's around 3 months because tomato are just a 3 months plant. Maintain them, have a person who we share knowledge. So I get them the medicine either for spraying, what is it called? Fertilizer there. So I have loved the experience because it's teaching me a new venture where you can earn an income in tomato farming. At the moment, they are going to ripen this month, and some people have already started coming to take them. So because now the season of tomato, the prices are a bit higher because they are scarce. So I sell locally, and some people from Kiminini, they are coming here to take them. So at the moment I have not gone full blown like harvesting. I'm waiting maybe at the end of the month or mid of this month, they'll be ripe enough to sell. But the market now, a crate, the one that is for the loaf of bread, that half crate is around 2,000. So, but the price keep changing. When you go to the market, the price change and it's going up. So by the time I'll be harvesting, I guess it will be around 3,000. So I'm expecting a bumper harvest because I've maintained them well, and the first experience, I want to know how it will go, and then the next time I go on a higher scale, because farming, if you do farming in a smaller scale, you will not get the good margin. But if you do it in a larger scale, I guess you'll see the margins. But I'm expecting a profit. According to my books, I'm at a good place, and once I harvest, I know I'll get some profit. Generally, when you do farming, there are a lot of challenges. First, capital. If you don't have someone to support your saving you kept, first it's capital. In any type of farming, you need to have that capital to start. Learning through the ropes also, the type of diseases you are having, and yeah, those are part of the challenges. First was capital.
Daphy's message to other young people is simple. Don't wait for jobs that may never come. Start with what you have, however small it is. He believes every seed planted is a step towards freedom.
Generally, farming is the new way to do things, because you will walk and say you want a formal job, but you will not get. But the years that I've done the farming, I've seen the margins are right, and I'll encourage anyone who is either at home or just you have an idle land to start any venture. The first thing you have to get the knowledge. I've traversed so many places. I've gone to Nairobi, Kirinyaga, Kakamega just to learn.